Welcome to my YouTube channel. Top 10 most expensive watches in the world. Number 10. Patek Philippe Ref 1518 in stainless steel, $11.1 million. Patek Philippe is known for producing watches in yellow or rose gold, but for this version of the 1518, they went for a fresh look and fashioned it in stainless steel, which emanates panache. Because this watch was created in 1941, it was undoubtedly one of the first Patek Philippe chronograph watch. The Patek Philippe perpetual calendar chronograph was somewhat of a radical concept when it was first released, something that had only been produced before in small quantities, in pocket watch form. Given the high level of complexity behind the movement, the combination of perpetual calendar and chronograph was one that had never been seen before, many of which today are considered extremely rare, easily fetching upwards of 7 figures in auction. The origins of the Patek Philippe perpetual calendar chronograph go back to in 1941, when Patek Philippe unveiled the Ref 1518, the world's first mass-produced perpetual calendar chronograph, at what was then called Swiss watch Fair Basel. The watch would go through many recognizable iterations, with many notable models, but the first, the reference 1518, is very important to watchmaking history for a couple reasons. The day-month display or apertures at 12 o'clock, and the placement of the moon face at 6 o'clock, creating a beautiful symmetry on the dial of the watch, a symmetry that has endured. Number 9. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona, $17.8 million. Paul Newman was once the most bankable movie star in the world, and tonight at Phillips Auction House in New York, he became the undisputed king of the watch world when his 1968 Rolex Daytona sold for $15.5 million, including the buyer's premium of 12.5%. The final price comes to $17,752,500. After 12 minutes of bidding, the watch was sold to a bidder on the telephone, setting a new record for the highest price ever achieved for a wristwatch at auction. Rolex considers these models to be professional timepieces, and the corporation did not make a large number of Daytona versions. The rarity of Paul Newman's Daytona, mixed with the customization and personalization. "It's a whimsical, Art Deco style dial," he said. "There are about 2,000 to 3,000 of this type of dial in the world." Number 8. The billionaire watch, Jacob & Co., $18 million. Professional boxer Floyd Mayweather just upped the ante when it comes to spending lavishly. Earlier, the athlete revealed on Instagram that he dropped a whopping $18 million on a diamond-encrusted watch. Mayweather says he bought the watch from Tadashi Fukushima, calling him the best jeweler in the world. The billionaire Ashoka from Jacob & Co. is a Pi C unique, and only one will ever be made. The watch, created by celebrity jeweler Jacob & Co., has 260 carats of emerald-cut diamonds and individual stones up to 3 carats. It's 12.3 millimeters thick, with a 58 by 47.5 millimeters diameter. Number 7. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication, $24 million. The Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication No. 198.385 is one of the most complicated mechanical pocket watches ever created. The 18-karat gold watch has 24 complications and was assembled by Patek Philippe. It was named after banker Henry Graves, JRB, who supposedly commissioned it out of his desire to outdo the grand complication pocket watch of American automaker James Ward Packard. The two were both at the top of the watch collecting world, regularly commissioning innovative new timepieces. Introduced, 1933. Display, analog. This intricate timepiece consists of 24 complications and includes a perpetual calendar, minute repeater with Westminster chimes, sunrise and sunset times, and a celestial chart based on the night sky above the owner's home in New York. Number 6. Chopard 201 carat watch. This colorful and completely handmade beauty, the Chopard 201, the total number of carats in this watch not only explains the price tag, but the name as well. It is made from an astounding 874 diamonds, which totals to 201 carats. The uniqueness of this watch definitely comes from its array of components. With all those colors and all those carats, it brings the price of this stunning wrist accessory to $25 million. Number 5. Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette, $26 million. Well-regarded Swiss watch manufacturer Jaeger-LeCoultre created this elegant timepiece as a gift to England's Queen Elizabeth II in honor of the 60th year of her reign, which was back in 2012. Because of the intended recipient of the piece, Jaeger-LeCoultre made a considerable effort to craft a peak. In this watch, an unsystematic series of polished or gem set links a jewelry puzzle hides the exalted caliber 101. It's as wonderful to look for the time through the gold, diamonds, and onyx cabochons. The wristwatch is festooned with 576 diamonds and comes in 18-karat white gold, the versions with. One of the most notable celebrity Jaeger-LeCoultre wearers is Queen Elizabeth II, who wore one for her coronation in 1953. Number 4. Breguet Grand Complication Marie Antoinette, $30 million. Many years later, in the early 1900s, the watch would be stolen, but it was successfully recovered afterward and is now housed in the La Meyer Museum, where it is currently available for purchase. Long a purveyor to the French court, Breguet thus had a free hand. Alas, the famous French queen never got to admire her present, watch number 160, known as the Marie Antoinette, in her honor. It was only finished in 1827, 34 years after her death, 4 years after Breguet's and 44 years after he'd AC. The Breguet No. 160, the Grand Complication, more commonly known as the Marie Antoinette or the Queen, is a case watch designed by Swiss watchmaker Abraham Louis Breguet, and was his 160th watch. It has been called a poem in clockwork. In April 2008, after 4 long years of research and reconstruction, the new Marie Antoinette timepiece was proudly placed in its impressive presentation case, carved from the wood of the very Versailles oak tree under which the Queen once used to rest. For 2 centuries now, both this timepiece's extreme intricacy and its fabulous destiny have fascinated watchmakers and haunted the imagination of collectors. Work on the watch was begun in 1783 and completed in 1802. Number 3. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime Ref 630010, $31.19 million. Launched in 2014 on the occasion of the company's 175th anniversary, the Grandmaster Chime became part of the manufacturer's regular collection in a white gold version in 2016. Stainless steel reversible case with galoshed hobnail pattern, protected against humidity and dust, not water resistant. Time side dial in rose gold, with gold applied Breguet numerals. Calendar side in black ebony. 18,000 solid gold dial plates. Shiny black alligator leather strap with square scale. Hand-stitched, fold-over clasp. Case diameter 47.7 millimeters. Thickness 16.07 millimeters. The most complex Patek Philippe wristwatch features 20 complications, including 5 acoustic functions, 2 of which are patented global premières, an alarm that strikes the pre-programmed alarm time, and a date repeater that sounds the date on demand. The double-face case with the galoshed hobnail. The first and only Grandmaster chime in steel, a very rare metal in the Genevan manufacturer's collection, and particularly uncommon for a grand complication. Number 2. Graph Diamonds. The Fascination. $40 million. Graph Diamonds has created another magnificent piece of jewelry which, incidentally, also serves as a timepiece. Appropriately called the Fascination, it was designed to serve either as a watch or a beautiful bracelet, with a flawless diamond at its heart which can be worn on a ring. Easily convertible and comfortable to wear, the Fascination is a stunning example of Graph's craftsmanship, bringing out the best from the brand's London-based jewelers and the Swiss watchmakers. Recently unveiled at Baselworld, it is expected to find its way somewhere in Asia, according to the comp. The bracelet that holds the watch in its center is a masterful work of metallurgy and gem setting. It is no easy feat to create a spectacular diamond bracelet that is also comfortable and convertible. The Fascination features 152.96 carats of Graph's finest white diamonds, with a rare, fancy-cut 38.13 carat pear-shaped diamonds at its center. This diamond is interchangeable with the diamond watch face which can be inserted into the bracelet instead, thus creating a splendid, glittering timepiece. Number 1. Graph Diamonds Hallucination. $55 million. Lawrence Graff is the controlling shareholder in the South African diamond corporation Safdeco, which is one of the biggest diamond producers in South Africa. Graff Diamonds debuted its Hallucination watch on March 26, 2014, during the opening day of this year's Baselworld Fair, featuring over 110 quart of extremely rare colored diamonds. The $55 million watch is estimated to be the most valuable watch in the world. The entire timepiece is covered in a series of brightly covered diamonds in different cuts, totaling 110 carats in all. The incredible worth stems from 110 carats of really rare and really big colored diamonds set into a bracelet of platinum. Some of the rare diamond colors are fancy vivid yellow, fancy intense pink, fancy intense blue, fancy light pink, fancy light gray blue, fancy intense blue, fancy green, and fang. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for next videos.